My name is H.A. Goodman. I'm an author, columnist, and journalist. And to read all my writing, go to counterprobot.com, support the site through the Amazon links and donate button. Share the petition below to get the DNC to give its computer servers to the FBI. The FBI requested those servers. The DNC denied their requests. How many times does the FBI request something from a government or from an organization or a person, and how many times are they met with denial or a refusal to comply? And how many times does the FBI say, oh, no problem, you just use CrowdStrike, and we'll base foreign policy on whatever CrowdStrike decides? Nobody in the U.S. government has seen the DNC computer servers. This is the biggest issue in our day and age right now pertaining to Trump, Russia, all of it. And nobody's talking about it except my amazing subscribers and around 6,000 people who have signed the petition. Get it to 100,000 signatures. It's below. The Trump leaks. First, Susan Rice said she did not unmask names. Devin Nunes was wrong. Then she says, well, Devin Nunes, fine, I did. It's true. Names were unmasked within the incidental collection, but we did nothing wrong. Now it's a fake bogus scandal, which is trying to overshadow the original bogus fake news scandal that Trump worked with Russia and WikiLeaks to hack the DNC and undermine Hillary. That is crazy. But I'm going to read you an interesting Washington Post article. You can look at CNN, Washington Post, all of them now as we're just in a movie. It's like Hunger Games. I don't know if you saw Hunger Games or, what was that Stallone movie? It's like a dystopian world, and the media, the same media that cheated Bernie Sanders, said that Hillary was going to win, that Trump had no chance, everything took place in the opposite manner that they predicted or said would take place. And yet they're still pumping the same propaganda. Rice denies compiling leaking names of Trump officials from intelligence reports. The Washington Post. Then who did? I found it's an interesting way when you look at the headlines. Ask simple questions or reverse them. So I think today, the New York Times was a headline: Trump, without evidence, suggests Susan Rice committed crimes. It could easily be the Democratic Party and media, without evidence, suggest Trump worked with WikiLeaks and Russia to hack the DNC in order to hurt Hillary. So you do that. So Rice denies compiling leaking names of Trump officials from intelligence reports. Then who did? She already admits to unmasking the names when she said she didn't. But I'll read you. Former Obama National Security Advisor Susan Rice. And by the way, why is the National Security Advisor a part of an FBI investigation? Was she a part of Clinton's FBI investigation? Former Obama National Security Advisor Susan E. Rice said Tuesday that she absolutely never sought to uncover for political purposes the names of Trump campaign or transition officials concealed in intelligence intercepts. And she called suggestion that she leaked those identities completely false. Number one, then who did? Number two, she did seek to uncover, but not for political purposes. So this is the game they're playing is not a very sophisticated game. You basically you could be in 8th grade and find out what they're doing. I leaked nothing to nobody and never have and never would. Of course she would. She did. And it all stems from President Obama. It's the point of this whole long-winded explanation. President Obama presided over 2 FBI criminal investigations, 3, 2 of which were Hillary Clinton. There was evidence. There was motive. There was a crime committed with Hillary Clinton. The crimes, though, that Comey explained to Congress, none of them took the special access program intelligence on a private server that nobody at the State Department had access to, unintentional. Don't you know it was unintentional? She didn't mean to do it. She didn't mean to circumvent Freedom of Information Act laws. With Trump, it's accuse find whatever evidence you can after, because you know you have the media behind you. Susan Rice is taking the fall for all of this because she did seek. Even though Rice denies compiling leaking names, well, then who did? Even if Rice denies it, somebody did. And President Obama knew what's going on. It all comes from him. You don't need a letter from President Obama. First of all, it's his national security advisor. Newsweek called her Obama's right-hand woman. The closest people, Kissinger and Nixon, you can go Condoleezza Rice Bush. Rice was taking orders from guess who? President Obama. President Obama was the boss. You do what your boss tells you to do in a job if you want to keep your job, and if you want to do if you want to achieve a certain level of status. And she already did as national security advisor, but anything she did was because President Obama told her to do so. She didn't just act on her own. Give me your thoughts below. Thank you so much for listening.